Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
It's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the YouTube channel The Skin Deep, and I have reacted to some of their previous videos centered around couples and certain projects that they like to do, and I'm not sure what this one is about, but it's titled You Aren't My Typical Type. So let's go ahead and get right into today's reaction video. This was highly requested by you guys. I am excited to dive right into today's reaction. Let's go ahead and get right into today's video.
What's the pain in me you wish you could heal?
You have a lot of trauma.
Oh God, this is
Not a
struggle
lot,
already.
but you've had some things you've gone through. Like, I wouldn't say I would want something to disappear. I would want to help you through it. I wouldn't want it to disappear because all those things, helped you be the person who you are today.
Gosh.
Dated for 9 months.
I already knew your kids were everything to you.
Mm.
But given certain situations and being around them, you will do so much for them.
You're trying to make me cry.
I'm just, you love your kids and they come first. But like seeing you, how you react to them and how it's always about them. Be that dad.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're that dad.
When do you feel people judge you? Or people judge us? And why do you think so?
Well, people got a lot of reasons to judge people, first of all.
I already know what you're about to say.
So, one being you're not like my typical type, so they say.
Yeah.
You having kids and me not having any, and me being so young.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Like, you don't have no kids, you got your whole life ahead of you. Why would you want to be with someone who has kids?
Why?
Like, why would you want to play the stepmom role so young?
Why?
Because, we're like, I'm in my 20s and you're in your 30s, so.
Girl.
But I don't really care, but, because people gonna judge you regardless.
For sure. But they'll be alright though.
They will. Because you're mine.
For sure.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Girl, this is a dusty mess already.
But you still don't understand about me.
Your ability to shut down. Like when you shut down, you shut down. I just don't understand. But I also know that, things have happened to make you be that way. And that's just your way of dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on it myself. Like, I don't want nobody to talk to me. I don't want nobody to say anything to me. Like, I don't like to talk about things when people like to talk about things. Like, you're more of a, we're going to talk about it now.
yeah.
And I don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to me. Don't even be around me. I feel like when I shut down and you, like, press me, it, like, makes me want to shut down more. But it's like you're forcing me. And then you'll say, like, one thing to trigger me. And it's like, now I gotta explode. But I don't explode. It's like I'm responding. Like, now I'm clapping back at you. Like, now I gotta respond because, oh, okay.
Well, I just do that so you won't think that I don't care. I just want you to know that.
Typically, when a black woman shuts down like that, it's because she probably has trauma where she didn't feel heard. This is something that I learned in therapy because I shut down too. I shut all the way down. I turn off. And it's because in my childhood, there were times where my voice wasn't heard. My feelings weren't always considered. And so you kind of get into this habit of shutting down and wanting to be left alone because that was just your defense mechanism. We get back into that space where we're a little girl and we feel like we're not being heard. Our feelings don't matter to others. And so we tend to shut down. I learned that in therapy. That's where I developed that from, was through my childhood. And even in my womanly adulthood, I sometimes shut down and I revert back to that little girl where I wasn't heard, my feelings weren't considered, and so I just don't feel like talking to anyone.
I'm engaged, and that I do care. Even if I made you mad, I'm trying to fix it right then. I'm not trying to let it linger. But I have learned, okay, I'm gonna let baby breathe a little bit before I say something. Try to do something sweet or something like that.
I'm just joking. What do you think is the next step in our relationship and why?
Oh, so they're together.
I don't want to jinx it, but I think engagement. Because I know your chart, your deadline. But also, I'm at that stage where, I'm dating to marry. I'm not just.
Well, I hope so with 3 kids.
Heck of it. But I also don't want to scare you away. Cause you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be afraid to commit so early. Not early, but right now. Like our age difference and all that. So I know you got your life ahead of you and all that. That's a given. But I just want to make sure that you want to include me in it.
Ooh, girl, he said a mouthful for me. He's basically saying, you don't see your worth. Why are you dealing with me and my 3 kids? Why are you dealing with my trauma? You have your whole life ahead of you. You have a future. You have so much going for yourself, but you want to be with me. Girl, that says a lot. That says a lot. And he knows this. And that's not good. That is not good because she doesn't understand that. She doesn't see that in herself. And she needs to. He's basically saying on the low that you deserve better than me. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Okay. I'm waiting.
You waiting?
I'm waiting for that day.
Gotcha.
Oh no. And then you told him you waiting?
Why am I in your life?
I wasn't looking for anything. As I say all the time, it was like I was still working on myself as it is. I didn't care for nobody else. It was like, I'm here, I gotta get here, I gotta do this.
So what have I done to keep me in your life?
Yes, I want to hear this.
Felt my pain,
Oh, trauma bonding.
felt my struggle.
Oh my goodness.
It's like you witnessed so much, some things that another guy would have left,
Oh my goodness.
scared them away.
This is the worst. This is horrible. This is a mess. First of all, they bonding over trauma. That is the foundation of their relationship. And he's suckering her because she's taking care of his kids. They probably having sex together. How much you want to bet they probably live together? We'll see. Maybe not. But it's just, why is she wanting to take all of this on? Well, she just said why. Like, she needs some self-love because I don't think she sees what he sees in her. And he's taking advantage of that. But I don't think she understands that. I don't think she understands that at all, because he just said it. She's literally there because of her trauma. She's not there because of love. She's not there because he's providing for her, taking care of her. She's not there because she fell in love with this man. She's there because he accepted her when she didn't accept herself. I want you guys to understand that. And if you're a woman in a relationship like that, most likely it's not healthy. Or it could be momentarily, but it gets to a level where it's not. All trauma bonds don't end well. I don't care if it's a marriage, if it's a relationship, they never end well. You're bonding off of this trauma, which is very toxic. Two people are supposed to come together in this healing energy, not healed, because healing is a forever, never-ending process. But coming together on a healing journey and meeting and then wanting to heal and grow together makes sense. But coming together broken and bonding off of trauma, it's never good. It's never good. It's never good.
I still sometimes don't believe they're here.
See? Oh my God. Low self-esteem.
And I appreciate you.
What's up?
She's such a pretty girl though. She's so beautiful. I wish she could see this in herself.
How do you love me? Why do you love me?
Why do I love you?
Yes.
Because you helped me a lot too. Like, get over some past stuff.
Trauma bonding.
That situation. You're so caring.
See? She's
Like,
an empath.
10%.
Oh my goodness.
Like, even when your friends try to, you know, say negative stuff about our age difference and all that, you stand up for me. You love my kids. Like, you don't shy away from them when you're around them. Not just because of your age, like, you do all that at a young age already. You know, that's how I know you're strong.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
strong.
Let that
You're
strong
like me.
stuff go.
You're not what I've been through. Or what I have. But you love me. But, yeah.
Hey guys, Melanie again. Thank you so much for watching. Currently on the set of The Ant. If you want to bring these conversations at home, check it out at our shop. And if you want to watch more of our videos, check it out below. Thanks.
Let me get the positivity out the way before I go in. She's such a beautiful girl. She seems like she's smart, intelligent, educated. And the way that he spoke of her, it sounds like she has a bright future ahead of her. So if he's questioning, why is she with me? Girl, that says a lot about the fact that she does not see herself highly. And that's a problem. She seems like a beautiful, soft-spoken girl that has gone through a lot within her life, that struggles with some things within herself. But I feel like she deserves better than this. And even he feels like she deserves better than him. So I don't understand why we as women put up with this type of stuff. 3 kids, you have no baggage other than the trauma that you carry, which we all have trauma as Black people. Why not just go to therapy, level up, do some internal work, and get you a better man that's more on your level, that can match your energy? That's what I want more of. That's what I want to see more of. And listen, ladies, love is not enough. Not when you have to deal with the day-to-day life, not when you have to deal with the day-to-day burdens of life. Like, it's just not enough.
According to Dr. Patrick Carnes, a trauma bond is defined as dysfunctional attachments that occur in the presence of danger, shame, or exploitation. This is the most common in narcissistic relationships. Remember though, while it is common, these relationships do not have to be romantic. With that being said, here are 6 signs of a trauma bond. 1. Your relationship is unpredictable. Do you feel yourself constantly walking on eggshells? Are you scared to interact with them because you don't know how you'll be treated? This may indicate a trauma bond. One of the difficult aspects of a trauma bond is that their attitude towards you can change on a daily basis. This can make it seem like the abuse is triggered by a bad day or by something you did. The thing to pay attention to here is repeated cycles of abuse. While everyone is certainly allowed to have bad days, it is dangerous to use them to excuse abusive behavior. The unpredictability is a sign of a trauma bond because the good days can be rewarding and strengthen the affection you feel towards them. 2. They constantly betray you, but you still give them another chance. Do you often repeatedly betray yourself to get love and approval from someone? Do they regain trust in you, either by excuses, explanations, and apologies, even though they've broken their promises so many times? If so, this could be evidence of a trauma bond, and this can leave you feeling worthless, helpless, stressed, anxious, and more. The reason betrayals can impact you so much is because they are most often by people you trust and love. To want to trust them, give them chances, and continue loving them is understandable. But when the trust becomes blind and destructive, the relationship is no longer healthy. 3. You feel responsible for their happiness. Are you willing to sacrifice anything to make your relationship work? Do you squash your own will and desire just to keep them satisfied? You work so hard to find a reason to stay, to the point where your sense of self may go out the window. If you can relate to this, have you ever wondered why you may do so? Well, the cycles of abuse in trauma bonding also include reoccurring periods of reward. You hold on to the good times of the relationship in order to justify your relationship. As a result, you lose yourself trying to please them in order to extend this pleasant period as much as you can. You may forego your own values or avoid speaking your mind. You prioritize their needs over everything to a point of feeling burnt out. 4. Your relationship is complex and involves false promises. I promise things will change, or this will never happen again. Do these statements sound familiar? False promises often strengthen a trauma bond. In fact, they are so powerful that they convince you to stay by creating a feeling of hope to cling to. If you are in a trauma bond, you are inclined to believe these words, because ultimately, you are emotionally attached to the other person. Your belief in them comes from a place of hope and desperation, even if logic tells you that you will just be left hurting again. 5. You defend your relationship even though it's abusive. Is it difficult for you to acknowledge the toxicity in your relationship that others are trying to show you? Do you think others just don't understand your relationship? When you're in a trauma bond, it's common to deny the facts that your situation is abusive and traumatic. Think of it as a defense mechanism. You feel so tied down to your relationship, you're unable to leave it, or you keep going back to the same person. It can be shameful to accept the fact that you are putting yourself in a destructive situation, so you may turn to denial. In other words, this acceptance may bring about feelings of inadequacy or weakness. 6. The sense of familiarity makes it impossible to leave the relationship. Why don't you just leave? This is a complex question for someone in a trauma bond to answer, and there are multiple reasons why. A sign of a trauma bond is missing this person incessantly, almost like an addiction. Even after trying to break it off, you may miss having the other person in your life so much that it can impact you emotionally and physically. In order to avoid this debilitating feeling, you may feel like you have no choice but to stay. It might also be hard for you to leave because it is hard for you to recognize your own situation. The combination of emotional attachment, blind trust, manipulation, and denial can make you unaware of how destructive your situation really is, making the prospect of leaving feels wrong or unnecessary. If you know someone in a trauma bond, it is important to remain empathetic and understanding, because the fact that they don't see what you do is absolutely not their fault. If you find yourself in such a situation, know that you are not alone, and that there are resources to help you heal.
You deserve to meet someone that is on your level, that can match your energy. You deserve that. That is bare minimum. So I just hope that this woman truly finds self-love within herself. I hope she finds healing along her life journey, and I hope she wakes up before it's too late, because again, it was a red flag for him to even question why she is with him. That automatically tells me he feels that he's not good enough for her, and he feels like she's too good for him. So that's all that I have regarding today's video. I would love your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below, and also make sure you check out the YouTube channel The Skin Deep. I'll make sure to leave a link down below in my description box. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. This is Real Talk with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.